You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I am back. Rudrance for Black and White Sports 2. If you're new to the channel, punch subscribe, like, comment, share it out. You guys know the drill. We're going to talk about Bubba Wallace. That's right. Good old Bubba Wallace is in Chicago. Very high crime, socialist, Democrat-led Chicago. And guess what, folks? He is promoting diversity ahead of a Chicago race. And, well, let's put it this way. He's joined by Brandon Johnson. Now, in case you don't know who Brandon Johnson is, he is the radical mayor that just replaced another radical mayor in Lori Lightfoot. I've never seen anything like it in Chicago. We voted out Lori Lightfoot and voted in somebody worse? Question mark. By the way, Bubba Wallace is not out there. He's not out there preaching, walking through the streets. He's not driving his Black Lives Matter car through the streets in the name of speaking out against black-on-black violence and crime in Chicago. Nope. Oh, my God. We wouldn't want to do that. Would we, Bubba? No. 4 shot, 1 fatally. That news just came out. 4 men were injured, 1 fatally after a shooting in city's Chicago Lawn neighborhood Friday evening. Every weekend we have a video series on Black and White Network where we talk about the weekend shootings in Chicago. And we've got Bubba Wallace and NASCAR out there trying to promote diversity, inclusivity in Chicago, not speaking out against violence, not speaking out against crime, but virtue signaling. Wow, this is pretty nuts. Let's just ignore it, Bubba. Why not? Who cares if your black brethren is killing each other? You wouldn't want to get people looking into that now, would you, Bubba? No, it doesn't fit your narrative that NASCAR fans are racist and you got to try to flip them. Stop it. NASCAR brings its cars to the streets of Chicago this weekend with the skyscrapers in the background and the iconic Buckingham Fountain in the view of the start and finish line. The idea is to bring the sport to people who haven't experienced it before, part of a festival with 3 major musical acts over a 2-day span, as well as possibly integrating this NASCAR into Chicago's culture. Really? Is that what you're trying to do? Okay. But to do that, NASCAR couldn't just put up barriers and fencing close to streets and wave the green flag. The race not only is disrupting the lives of some Chicagoans, but it also brings with it, just as it does everywhere, new NASCAR races concerned over noise and environmental impacts. So NASCAR shows up there, and it's actually causing an additional disruption to Chicago. So NASCAR had to find ways to integrate itself with the city. Let me correct this for you. So NASCAR had to find ways to virtue signal with the city, not just in its touristy Grant Park. It went to the south side of Chicago with Bubba Wallace, its lone full-time black driver in the Cup Series, with well-known Chicago rapper Lupe Fiasco performing Wednesday night for free at Bubba's block party that was attended by 4,000 people. On Thursday, the Tate brothers, led by Lorenz Tate, who rose to fame in the 1993 film Menace to Society, made an appearance at a park located just a couple of blocks from their West Side Chicago childhood home. They were joined by newly elected Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson and a few hundred kids as part of NASCAR's program that provides grants to the city's department initiatives. Quote, "There are 3 components that I'm really looking forward to," Johnson said. during his remarks at the event with the Tate brothers. One, NASCAR recognizing that the city of Chicago is made up of neighborhoods. That is what is unique about the city of Chicago. You better watch out. You'll get your ass shot off in one of those neighborhoods. Our neighbors tell the story of who we are as a city. The second thing is exposing our young people to the full industry of NASCAR. And the third is the economic benefit. I know NASCAR is making sure that there are economic opportunities that are not just in place for the weekend. At the event, NASCAR gave out ticket vouchers for the racing/music festival, for which general admission for the weekend cost $269. A $269 event, and you're trying to reach out to the community? God, that seems expensive. NASCAR doesn't know how many people will claim the vouchers. I mean, you're giving tickets away, but I mean, wouldn't a general admission of like $50 just pull a little more weight in a situation like that? I guess not. What NASCAR also knows is it wants to diversify its fan base and put money behind its words of this being an event to expand the sport. It needs to expose racing to people that have not seen it before or wouldn't naturally go to a race. Quote, introducing the sport to new audience is why we are here. Julian Geis, president of the Chicago Street Race. We have made commitment on day one with the city of Chicago that we were going to invest in the community, be here year-round to build programs to support the community and understand all the different opportunities and ways to be part of NASCAR. Leading the way is Wallace. Here we go. Let's make him a hero, who in 2020 advocated for NASCAR to ban the Confederate flag at events after hearing too many times from those who said it made them feel uncomfortable to attend a race. NASCAR made the decision to ban the flag, and Wallace, who drove a Black Lives Matter Marxist car, saw his notoriety surge into the mainstream U.S. culture, while also making him one of the most polarizing drivers on the circuit. Okay, let's just recognize something. He rose into notoriety because he ran a hoax involving a garage pull rope that was in a garage that is used to pull down a garage. He went out there and said somebody left, and he made sure he used the word noose to turn it into some kind of racial issue. The FBI investigated, and they proved the claim to be false. It was a garage pull rope, but that did not keep Bubba Wallace from going on a nonstop media tour and NASCAR using it to virtue signal. We want to change for the better and allow all ages and races to be a part of our sport with no boundaries, no hindrance. There, Wallace told reporters on Wednesday, that's showing we care and that we're inclusive. Is anybody ever kept anybody? I mean, and I'm just being real, and that's where we're going to lay off right there, but I'm just being honest. Has anybody ever told anybody of a different ethnicity or race, anytime in the last 30 years, that they shouldn't come or were not welcome at a NASCAR race? Because I have a sneaking suspicion nobody has actually said that to NASCAR fans that have showed up, regardless of color. Wow, of all the issues that Bubba Wallace and this mayor, who has turned out to be as big a failure as Lori Lightfoot, and it's just the beginning, of all the causes, black-on-black urban crime should be at the forefront of just about every cause going on in Chicago right now. They could have addressed and used this opportunity to shine light on and try to get people involved, to try to do something to curb crime. That's not what Bubba Wallace is concerned about. Oh no, we're good there. In fact, I didn't see anything in this article as we head into what will be another bloody weekend in Chicago. nothing in this article about crime in Chicago and trying to prevent it and trying to work with law enforcement to beef up the people being protected in the streets. I promise you, when we get around to Monday, I will be shocked if when I sat down to do my video for Chicago, I'm not talking about between 20 and 40 people shot. But NASCAR and Bubba Wallace has chose to ignore that. I mean, they're fitting right in with Brandon Johnson. Let's be real. Wow. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Bubba Wallace, hand in hand with Brandon Johnson in Chicago to raise awareness about you can come to a race. I've got a question. Wouldn't it be a bad look in Chicago if these drivers are cruising around and all of a sudden a gunfight breaks out among fans or people in attendance? Just wondering. They filmed a television series called Justified, which is coming back to FX after being gone for a few years. Great show. But they filmed it in Chicago. They had to stop filming and hire ex-Navy SEALs and Army Rangers because bullets were flying at them during their shootings and their set pieces. They had to pause filming because of crime, violent crime. I mean, it's continuous there. I don't get it. I really don't. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.